Hey everybody, Sinister Lex here with Coastal Morning, back for another super awesome freelance grinder video. Today we're going to be talking about, or answering the question, is it okay to be yourself on Upwork? Before we get into that, remember to rate, comment, subscribe, click that get notification bell if you want my notifications. You've also got the free Discord chat in the link below, the link in the description. You can drop in there and ask me questions, talk, and hang out with other freelancers just like yourself. So, for freelancers, is it okay for you to be yourself? And what I'm talking about here is in your profile, in your proposal, whenever you are meeting with clients, do you have to be a corporate drone? I know that a lot of you didn't sign up for that, right? You kind of are coming to freelance in order to get away from those things. You don't want the corporate lifestyle. You don't want to work a full-time job. You want something different. You want something more autonomous. You want a different kind of life. So how much of that is going to translate into freelancing? How much of your own personality can you add? How much of your own flavor can you spice up your profile with? That's a really good question, and I think it's one a lot of people don't really consider. The answer might surprise you, because my experience has been that there's no wrong answer to this, unless you're just focused on yourself completely. If you're only focused on yourself with a me focus, my degrees, my education, my work history, my certifications, all that crap, if that's all your profile talks about, if that's all your proposals talk about, then that's going to be a problem. Now, the good news for you is that those are the things that you would traditionally talk about in a resume and a job application. That's what traditional corporate jobs want to see from you. But on freelance websites, when you're freelancing, it's different. We're not looking for those things. What that means for you is that there's a bit more room to play. So in the starter course that I just launched on Udemy, by the way, that link's down in the description if you want to check that out. But in that course, we talk about some ways to set up your profile, to set up your first proposals, talking about you focus and focusing on the other person to make sure that they understand that you care about them, that you want to help them, and that you can help them. But you can actually take your profile, your bio, you can go deeper than just you focus. So you focus is all about helping the other person, as you already know. It's about helping them. It's about, part of it's writing in second person perspective, but there's also the more important part, which is the mindset. It's about helping the other person. Well, part of doing that is showing how you help them. So if you're a creative type, if you're, let's say you're an illustrator, you're a musician, you're a copywriter, I don't know what you're doing that's creative work, maybe you're more expressive when it comes to writing, or when it comes to talking about yourself, or when it comes to talking about what you do. So how expressive can you be? My experience with at least Upwork as a freelancer is you can be as expressive as you want. And this is not just me telling you to follow your passions or any crap like that. This is me saying this is what I've actually tested and found true. I've built bios, so I do a lot of bio testing. I test my bios out to see what actually gets, first of all, what will actually get a response, and second of all, what will get enough responses that I can actually run my business. So those two things are important. I've used everything from poems to curse words to storytelling. I've used direct response bios. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. The point I'm trying to make here is it okay to write your bio in a creative way that shows off your personality? The answer is yes, as long as you have good grammar, or at least for the most part good grammar, or that the grammar makes sense for what you're writing, and it's not all over the place, you don't have a lot of spelling errors, you don't have a lot of lowercase i's when they should be capitalized. Things like that are going to set clients off, but you have freedom to be yourself, to show a little bit of who you are. And the cool thing about freelancing is, since you are reaching clients all over the world, you are actually, there's a chance that you're going to reach somebody who wants what you have. They want to work with someone who has your style of personality. They want to work with someone who has that level of creativity or uniqueness about them. So you can be more structured, you can write something more professional, or you can write something more creative. But you have to keep in mind, one, are you willing to take a few less clients in order to work with those people who like that style? And 2, does that style actually make sense for the service you're trying to offer? If you're an accountant and you want to offer accounting services, you probably don't want to make a super quirky, weird bio like a creative copywriter might do. So that probably wouldn't make sense. You might want a little more structure, because that's what clients are coming to you for. They're coming to you to show them that you have structure, that you're organized, that you can handle their accounts and their finances. But if you're someone more creative, if you're a musician or you're in one of these creative fields, I think it's totally okay for you to write your bio in a way that shows off your personality. So my experience has been, I've done some really, really creative like bios and proposals too. So this goes for proposals also. If you can make your proposal make sense and still have it be creative, then as long as you're applying to the right type of clients, as long as you know your client very well and you know that they're going to be receptive to that thing that you're writing, then it's totally fine to write your bio, to write your proposal using the creative parts of your personality, to let your personality shine. I'm telling you, this is totally fine. Whenever I see people who write creative stuff in proposals, I actually really like that. I give them more preference over others, because whenever I see that, it lets me know that they took time to create this thing for me. That's a really powerful statement you're making, okay? Whenever you create something unique for a client, you are telling them something without telling them that thing at all. So let's say you write a custom story for your client, or you just tell some intricate story. Maybe it's made up, maybe it's not, I don't know. That client, they see your proposal. I mean, you have to think, we're comparing this to a bunch of other proposals that are me focused. I have 20 years experience, I have a master's degree, blah, blah, blah. And then you've got this other proposal down here that's like, maybe it starts with I or maybe it doesn't, but maybe it starts with, I was running through the forest last week when I tripped over a stump and I smashed my face against a rock and I laughed. And here's why. You know, what have I just done? I've started to take you into a story and you're interested. It starts in action and it's just interesting. You hit your face on a rock. Ow. You know, I can feel that. There's sensory information coming in now. And, you know, maybe you're not the right person for the gig and maybe they still won't hire you. It doesn't matter, but maybe they will, or maybe they'll refer you to someone. Maybe, just maybe, they'll remember what you said because the thing you said stood out in their mind. So that's what I want to get at. You can make yourself stand out. It's okay to be creative if you have a creative personality, and especially if you're in a creative field. Just make sure it makes sense for your clients and make sure that you're okay taking that risk that you might have less clients overall. But, you know, if you're like me, you can bill higher prices and it's okay to work with less clients because one client can equal 10 clients for a low budget freelancer. So that's all I got for this one. Let me know your thoughts on that. Have you ever done a creative profile? Are you someone who would even try that? Is that too much risk for you? I don't know. Let's talk about it in the comments down below. You're welcome to join me in the Discord if you want to chat about it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm Sinister Lex, and I'll see you next time.